Man, what's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another banger video. As you can see, we are back in the tabletop format. As you can see by the title, bro, we're talking about range belts, battle belts, however you want to call it, whatever role it has in your life. Yeah, we're talking about those things today. But before we get into it, you know how we got to start it off, man. The scent of the day. This is called incense oud. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is another oil by Eternal Perfume Oils. I ain't gonna lie. The way I be shouting out some of these cologne brands and perfume brands, I need a goddamn sponsor at some point. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if one of these companies see this, hey, sponsor your boy. You know what I'm saying? I give you some free advertisement. Well, not free, because I'm gonna want you to send me out some colognes. But anyway, this is Incense Oud. This is inspired by Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad, which is a really, really good smelling cologne. Now, with this cologne in particular, this is a more masculine scent, okay? So, you know, you're gonna give more of that. It got a little woodiness in it and some other things. But it's a really, really nice scent. It projects really well. And you know, if you like masculine scents, you would really like this oil. And with the oils, man, you don't really need to apply a lot. What I recommend, get you a drop here, probably one in the middle, rub that all over the arm. Or you can go crazy and, you know what I'm saying, trinkle it all over and, you know, do what you do. You feel me? But that's besides the point. This is a really great scent. Let's get into it. So, if you watched my last video, you know I went out and I was training with this belt on. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this is mainly a range belt, but it could be used as a duty belt because, you know, we like to throw these rolls on all types of things, whether that's our guns or our gear and things of that nature. So yeah, you can call it what you want. Also, the firearm that I ran, if you did not watch the video, was the PSA AKGF3. Yeah, and this thing ran great. I had no complaints out of it. Red dot held up fine, shot fine. I was accurate with the firearm and all of that. And YouTube, yes, something's in the mag, allegedly, but the firearm is clear. All right, so we do have a clear firearm. It is fully empty. No ammunition in the firearm at all. But yep, this is what I ran. Also, I ran the Ruger RXM, and we're gonna get into that in a second. I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. But let's go ahead and dive into this range belt. So number one, I want to go ahead and get this out the way. I'm not one of those guys that I'm like, you got to have this OD belt. You got to have this OD this. Look, if you want to go for the best quality, bro, by all means, go for the best quality on your range belt, battle belt, whatever, you know, setup you got going on. Go for those quality things if that's what you want to do. Now, if you like me and you like, bro, I'm going to the range. Hey, if I got to throw this shit on in case something popped off, okay, cool. You probably want to go my route. This is a completely Amazon built out battle belt, literally. Besides, you know, magazines, of course, everything on here besides my holster and the magazines itself came from Amazon, and it was very cheap to set up, and that's why I chose to go the Amazon route. I was like, me personally, I'm not speaking on nobody else. So this is just for you guys that ain't trying to, you know, spend a buku amount of money on a goddamn belt. Yeah, I went the Amazon route, and it's set up pretty nice, in my opinion, for what I needed to do. Like I said before, for a disclaimer, you know, you might actually be out there in the field, or you might do security, and you might do this. And so your setup is probably going to be totally different and things of that nature. So anyway, let's get into it. So this is a belt where it's a dual belt per se. Let me go ahead and take this firearm out real quick so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you do know anything about battle belts, a lot of the times people have a, I guess you would call it a dual belt system, where, you know, you have some type of Velcro where this can go inside of your belt loops, or if you don't have belt loops, you know, you can just put it around your body. And all of this detaches from this. So you can already have this lined up into your belt loops, and then you can just stick this over that whenever you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of system. Then you got some buckles right here. As you can see, I cut some of that access belt off because I didn't need it. And, you know, nice regular buckle system. You just put that in and it locks into place. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. So let me flip this back over. Make sure all this is back in frame though. All right, cool. Yeah, we should be good. So we're gonna start from left to right, and we'll do it like that. So number one, in the last video that I posted at the range, this knife was not on here, and I meant to put it on. My bad, y'all. I was editing a video. Let me close my MacBook. The video that, all right, put it like this. Y'all watching this video right now, but the video that I was talking about in the beginning of this video, I'm just now editing that. So yeah, it's y'all see what I'm talking about. You gonna see that other video before you see this video. All right, I'm just all over the place right now. Back to topic. So yeah, I meant to put this knife on before I went out to the range. But the reason I have this right here is, like I said, we're role playing right now. If I was in some type of role where some shit hit the fan, I need to put on a duty belt, like I'm in Call of Duty or some shit. I got a quick knife to access with my left hand. All right. The reason I chose my left side is because I am right hand dominant and my pistol is on my right side. So I wouldn't be able to pull my pistol, have it in my right hand, and pull my knife at the same time. So it makes sense to put it on that offhand so you can quickly take that thing out of there and you're good to go. All right, so I have that, and this is a SOG knife. I've had SOG Gambit knife. I've had this thing since probably 2019. I had this thing for a long time. As you can see, yeah, I burnt the tip of it. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something a couple years ago, and I burnt the tip of the knife, but knife is perfectly fine, and it has a pretty nice sheath. I think that's how it's pronounced. That comes with it. All right, moving to the magazines. This belt is set up to run either with my AK or my AR-15. It's literally depending on what I'm running that day. And as you can see, I have two magazine pouches for AR or AK. And I have two pistol mags attached to this. These holsters for these magazines, well, mag pouches, all of these came off of Amazon. Very cheap, very inexpensive, but they are effective and they work. Magazines come out easy and easy to put them back in, and it's nice retention. They're not gonna just fly out, but if I need to pull it out, boom, you know what I'm saying? It got nice retention on them though, so they're not just gonna fall out if I turn this thing upside down, which is great. And that's something you do want to make sure you pay attention to when getting magazine pouches. So I know what I'm saying about, like, you ain't got to go with the best quality, but don't go with the worst shit either. Because, you know, you training and let's say you hit the ground or whatever, you don't want all your stuff flying out. So, you know, when you do buy these things, test them out. If it's bad, go get you another one. But these have really good retention. So got those off of Amazon, and nothing too fancy with them. Very easy setup. This whole belt is Molly system, so you know, just put that bad boy in there and you good to go. What I got for as magazines, these are two 30-round AK magazines. Nothing too crazy. And right here I got some Glock 17 mags for my backup magazines. I got two of those right here, and both of them are empty currently because I have not put my 9mm back in it. All right, next up, I have a pouch where I could put any type of canteen, water bottle, my Yeti cup, whatever. I could put that right there. You know, it's a hot summer day or whatever. I'm out there training and I'm like, I need water on me. I can put that in there. I could also throw some gloves in there or just whatever I need to put in there. You know what I'm saying? A couple tools. You know, this is a very universal pouch, and I have that right there. Now, what I do not have on here right now is some gloves clipped onto one of these Molly slots. I gotta go out and get me a cord, and so I can clip my gloves on there. And then once I do that, this whole thing will be like officially complete. But for the time being, like I said before, I could just throw my gloves in here, so I'm not really too much tripping on that as of right now. Next up, I have a nice little medical kit. What I have right here is a Sharpie and a tourniquet. On the inside of this thing, all I have is, I think I just got some Band-Aids in there right now. I don't have like no crazy med supply in here. And I'm probably gonna add to it slowly but surely. There's nothing in this slide. But I think it's just a few Band-Aids in here right now. Yeah, just a few Band-Aids. I ain't really got this thing stocked up at all right now because I don't know everything that I want to put in it. So I just got a few Band-Aids just in case a couple cuts or something on the range. Some things that I am probably going to put in here. Probably, few ibuprofens or something like that. You just, hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Something might happen. You in a lot of pain. Put a few ibuprofens, maybe a couple aspirins, some gauze, and probably some medical tape, medical scissors, and that'll probably be it. But I ain't about to sit here and fake like I got this thing all decked out. Like I said, it's built out for the range. I'm not going to war with anybody. All right. And if war came here, I mean, I have a home full of medical supplies. So unless I'm bugging out or some shit like that, uh, yeah, like I'm gonna get into that stuff in a second. Let's complete the battle belt because I do got to talk about some of this stuff. But moving on to the next, this is a dump pouch. Very easy to access. Also, my tourniquet thing, I meant to say this. The reason I have this set up is right in the back of this belt setup. So I can use either hand. So if, something happened to my right, I can get to it with my left, vice versa. And it's a quick detach. I click this buckle and it just falls out to the ground. I won't even have to reach. I just got to reach for the buckle. So yeah, I got that going on with my tourniquet. I feel like that's very nice. And it's not coming out of here either. But next to the dump pouch. A dump pouch can be used for damn near anything. Whatever you need to dump in here, you can just dump in here, whether that's shell casings. Hell, if you needed to put some used mags in there, or you want to store a bunch of other mags in there, I mean, you can do what you want to. It's a dump pouch to dump whatever you need to dump in there. So yeah, that's that. And last but not least, this is my, let me turn this way. This is my Alien Gear holster. I really like this holster. It's a drop leg holster that goes around your leg, and it's gonna be fitting this bad boy right here, this Ruger RXM, but it's intended for my Glock 19 with a TLR 7. But the Ruger RXM fits in here perfectly. YouTube, this firearm is clear. Nothing is in the magazine at all. Boom, clear. All right, so this goes right up in here. Boom, and it sits perfectly flush. Can't beat it, man. I really like Alien Gear holsters. Really, really nice. But the only thing about Alien Gear holsters, they're not like universal holsters where like a tier 1 concealment where it fits the light. This actually fits to the handgun. Lucky for me, the Ruger RXM has the same silhouette as the Glock for the most part, and this thing runs perfect. And I really like this holster. You got a nice little retention button right here, so it's not coming out unless you hit that button and then pull this thing out. So yeah, that's my belt setup. That's how I have everything built out, and I like it. I don't see myself upgrading a belt. At first, I was thinking about going like crazy with a belt and doing all this extra shit, and I had to remind myself that, bruh, I am a barber. I am a middle school football coach, and I do some other miscellaneous things here and there. I am not SWAT team. I'm not a police. I'm not in the military. I don't need all of that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of gear in here in my house that I bought early on when I was getting into firearms. And I realized, I said, I don't use none of this shit. Like, and that's what I want to get into. I'm about to get into a little rant with this stuff and with gear and buying gear. Now, full disclaimer, I love gear. I love it. It's fun to have all the tactical shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got a plate carrier that's all the way decked out. I got a chest rig that's decked out for AR-15 or AK. I got another chest rig built out just for my PCC in a bug out bag. You know, I got all of these rolls for all of these different things. I got these bags built out. Now, let's be realistic. If something happened, can I grab those things and do what I need to do? Yes, I can. But what I'm saying is, look, if you are a person that's on a budget, right? You're a regular guy. You don't need all of those things. All right. If you want to get you a battle belt, I would highly recommend getting you a battle belt. If you want to have a plate carrier, get you a plate carrier, keep it in the house, whatever the fuck. You feel me? If you want a chest rig, do that. You know what I'm saying? But do not let people trick you into thinking you actually need it. Because I thought I actually needed all of that shit a little over a year ago. Now, once again, they can come in handy if something were to pop off, but you necessarily don't need all of those things. What I would recommend, hey bro, have you a nice little range belt set up. You feel me? This is just telling you what I would recommend. Have you a nice little range belt set up. Um, this is you're gonna use this more than you use any plate carrier in a real life situation. You just are, because this is more practical. You got everything you need on your waistline, so it's gonna be a lot lighter than stowing magazines on your chest, and it's something that you're gonna use. You're not gonna go to the range and train with a plate carrier every day. Some people do. All right, this is all subjective. Some people do. Some people go and train with a plate carrier every day. I'm not one of those people, and most people don't. But having a nice range belt set up, so you got your magazines, you got some medical in case you injure yourself. All right, you got a dump pouch in case you need to dump something in there. You got something for your water. All right, so in case you're thirsty, and you got something for your pistol to hold your pistol, and then you have a nice little combat knife to either cut open whatever you need to cut open, or whatever you need to do with it. All of this stuff is very practical for a civilian that's not going to battle. And yes, you can reverse the roles. Some shit that pops off, you got a combat knife, you got multiple magazines, tourniquet in case you get shot, dump pouches for whatever, your gun to do whatever you need to do with, and you got your AR or your AK ready to go. My point is, this is more practical than the other things in day-to-day use. Unless you are military, police, SWAT team, things of that nature, running security. Yes, plate carrier is probably going to be very vital for your safety because of your job occupation. Also, same thing with a chest rig. Chest rigs are great for range purposes. They're lightweight. You can hold your magazines. You can hold whatever gear you need for that day. Highly recommend them. Now, I tell you, bro, buy what you want, bro. Buy what you want. If you want all the tactical gear, man, buy your tactical gear. I will never tell nobody not to buy it because I bought those things. But I'm just coming to a realization I don't need all of that stuff, because if something were to pop off, like a shit hit the fan event, I'm only taking a bag. Like, let's be real. How much gear can I actually go on the road with? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we don't even know what type of event it would be. So it's like there's no really right or wrong way to prepare a bag or a shit hit the fan setup. Like, it's damn near impossible to know. So I made a video a while ago about, if shit hit the fan, what I'm rocking with, and it was a fucking PCC. Cause I was like, bruh, I'm not like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I had to hit the road, and I'm trying to be like very fucking discreet, I don't want to run around with this shit on. It doesn't make sense. Like, if I need to blend in and be a civilian, some shit popped off for real, and we had to get the fuck out of here, which is highly unlikely to happen. But if it did, bro, I do not want to look like I'm goddamn military. Like, I'm gonna be a threat off rip. Now, you reverse the scenario, and I gotta bunker down, and we gotta hold down the fort or whatever. Bro, this battle belt is gonna come in clutch. You feel me? Because I'm at my own home. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding down with whoever I got around me or whatever the hell's going on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wear some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I got all my tools right there. if necessary. But it's like, as far as like bugging out, bro, and this is just my own personal opinion. I want to be as covert as possible, bro. I don't want to look tactical. Um, and that's why I feel like I kind of messed up purchasing certain things, because I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna use that in no shit hit the fan scenario. Like, I don't want nobody to know I got a gun on me. Like, that's the whole point, to not look like you're carrying. But like I said, all out war situation, that changes. But once again, these are all scenarios I'm creating in my head. This is not, real life. All right. I'm creating scenarios in my head. And a lot of us in the two-way community, we do that. So we have roles for different guns. And like, you have a guy like me, I got like 15 firearms. And uh all of them got a role. Like, all of them got a role, man. Bobby Dynamite was talking about this in his last video about roles with guns. So I'm about to piggyback off of what he was talking about, man. I love watching bro videos, bro. He makes some dope videos for the everyday common guy, man. Shout out to Bobby Dynamite. But he was talking about, man, how we have all these roles for guns, and truth be told, you only need, all right, not saying won't, you only need a firearm. And I say this all the time, like back a year ago in my self-defense, home defense videos, I always start out, I'll be like, I talk about the big three, but I always start out, I say, look, just get you a handgun. At the bare minimum, if you have a handgun, you're good to go. All right. Simply just having a handgun, you're good to go. And it doesn't matter really what the handgun is. It's whatever's comfortable to you. I'm about to pull out my other handgun that, once again, another roll. This is way off topic, but I am sponsored by Zedges. So if you're looking for a good safe, hey, look, I had to throw it in there. If you're looking for a good safe, man, check out Zedges Safe. I'm going to drop the link in my description. This is a good nightstand safe if you have a handgun, you want to keep it away from kids or whatnot. It's about 160 bucks, but listen, this is a great safe. Anyway, all you got to do to access this thing, you got either the keypad thing right here, keys, or you can biometric, boom, Glock 19 right here. But back on topic, all you need is a fucking handgun, bro. All you need is a handgun. Let me close this back and put it up. All you need is a handgun. A handgun is going to do everything you need it to do. You're going to be able to conceal it. You can defend your home with it. If some shit popped off in real life, guess what? If you can shoot, you'll be able to put something down with it. The whole thing about bug out shit, the fan, is to stay the fuck out the way. You don't want to be caught up in situations, so you try to stay away. You don't look for fights. That's the whole point of, just trying to stay safe. Now, can a rifle serve you in a great way if it's multiple threats? Hell yeah. You feel me? That's why I do have multiple different firearms, because I feel like, me personally, I'm speaking on how I feel versus reality. How I feel is, I want a shotgun for home defense. All right. Because I'm like, I wake up, I'm sleepy, right? I hear a bump in the night. I'm going to be able to put some shit down way better with that semi-auto shotgun than I am with this Glock 19 in the middle of the night. That's how I feel versus reality. A gun is a fucking gun. All right. You still going to be able to put it down. Once again, I'm not going to grab my AR, but my AK. All right. I'm like, all right, I got 10 threats outside the house. They're trying to break in, right? I'm creating a scenario. I'd rather have 30 rounds in a rifle versus just 15 to 17 in a pistol, for that type of threat. Now, would this be a better option than a handgun in a situation like that? Hell yeah, you bet your ass. 30 rounds of 7.62 or 5.56 gonna be better than 9mm. But once again, reality is that has not happened. All right, I created that scenario in my head, and I told myself I needed a rifle because of the scenario I just created in my head. Y'all see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, don't buy things. Listen, don't spend all your money on shit that you just feel like, I need, roll. All you need is a handgun, okay? That's all you need. But if you want a rifle, if you want a shotgun, and a pistol, go do that because that's what you want to do. Don't make anybody tell you you need those things. That's what I'm saying. Because I have videos saying, yeah, you need a shotgun, you need an AR, you need this. They're great to have, but you don't need it. And I'm done doing that shit because I was mind fucked into thinking I need all of those things. But truth be told, I just wanted them. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to get that shit out of the way, man. When bro was talking about it, I said, bro, I've been feeling like this for the longest as I've been diving deeper and deeper into this gun stuff and, you know, just looking at the 2A community as a whole. And, you know, every other goddamn day you see a video talking about you need this, you need to upgrade to this firearm. You need this. Like, I'm just gonna give a rundown, and I'm ranting because some of y'all like to hear my rant videos. So I'm just gonna give a rundown and show you how sick this shit is. When it comes to this gun stuff, like this shit is very sick. I have a Beretta A300, right? Oh, this is my patrol shotgun. I can hunt with this shotgun, and it also serves as a home defense. All right. I got a KSG. Oh, this is a CQB shotgun that I can keep in another part of the house just in case something pops off if I'm in another room. All right, it gets sicker. Okay, I got my Glock 19 shit hit the fan pistol. All right, it gets sicker. I got my Ruger RXM. This is my daily carry pistol that I can hold 15 rounds. I got my Glock 43X, deeper concealment, same handle length as a Glock 19 and the Ruger RXM, but it's a little bit slimmer so I can conceal a little bit better. All right. Oh, I got the Bodyguard 2.0 for my deepest concealment, just so I can conceal with anything. Oh, I got my PSA daggers, my range toys, this and that and the other. Woo. I got an AR-15. I got a PCC for bag carry to carry in a bag. You see what I'm saying, bro? I got all these guns that I built all these motherfucking rolls with. And truth be told, bro, I don't carry half of this shit. The only firearms that I carry, truthfully, like, and this is me being completely honest, is my Glock 43X, this Ruger RXM, my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, and my 9mm PCC, which is my CZ Scorpion. And I'm a brain the CZ Scorpion out. Y'all ain't seen the CZ in I don't know how long. Hold on. Let me bring that out for y'all. I know I sound like I'm in the distance and I'm not editing this video out. But anyway, yeah, y'all ain't seen her in a minute, man. Let's move this butt out the way. I know y'all like, how the hell did this go from a range talk, a range built video to this? But yeah, and the CZ Scorpion. So once again, I only carry 4 guns. That is my Ruger RXM, okay? My Glock 43X MOS, and my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. I think that's over here in the safe right now. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Yeah. And this right here. These are the only firearms I carry. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now, this is more sick gun addict talk that I'm about to say, but I'm gonna tell you why. These are the only firearms that I carry. What do all of these have in common? They're very concealable, and they're effective. They work. They're reliable. Okay, I don't have to worry about any issues with any of these firearms. Number one. Number two, when I'm wearing basketball shorts, and I'm gonna tell you why I bought this. This is not the highest capacity firearm at all. It's not the best caliber round at all. It's a 380. But we are humans, and humans die from bullets. That's just the facts. So when I'm wearing those basketball shorts where that Glock 43X is just pulling them things down, and I can't maneuver like I need to, I carry this Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. That's why I bought it. And this is just something to get out of a jam, you know, and that's it. I bought it. Comes with a 10-round magazine and a 12-round magazine. This is enough for me to defend myself if it came down to it. The odds of me having to do that, slim to none. But if it came down to it, when I go to the gym and I'm trying to be lightweight, boom, this is in my waistband. All right. Now, I'm a sick motherfucker. I carry 2 guns. I do. I carry two guns. I always have two guns on me if I'm carrying this. If I'm carrying this, I got two guns. If I'm carrying my Glock 43X, some days I might just carry this, but most days I'm carrying another firearm with me. This is just my mentality. What I'm saying is, you don't have to do this, but I'm telling you, some of us in the 2A community, we got some loose screws, man. We be out here carrying two guns for real, for real. And in real life, you really don't need two guns, but we just be feeling like that based on roles. I'm being real transparent with y'all today. Like, this is not no production shit where I'm trying to sell you something. No, I'm being real transparent about how a lot of us feel and the reality of it. When I carry my Ruger RXM, this is probably the only time I'm not carrying two guns on the basis of I have so much capacity. I got 15, I got 17 rounders, and I got 20 rounder plus fives that I put in this thing. All right, not 20 rounder plus fives, a 15 with a plus five that gives me 20 rounds. This is the only time I'm not carrying two guns. And self-explanatory, when I have this PCC, obviously I'm carrying two guns because I got a carry gun and I have this in a bag. Now, no, I do not carry my Glock 19. This is literally a nightstand gun. Once again, another role that I created for it. I don't carry this gun outside the house at all anymore. I used to. I carried this gun for 4 years, about 3.5 to 4 years before I stopped carrying it and I switched over to the Glock 43X. But this is a nightstand only gun and range. Or if you want to say shit hit the fan, creating another roll, shit hit the fan. All right, that's what I use it for. But back to topic. This CZ don't come out the house unless I'm going out of town. And I have a bag set up for that. I'm creating another roll. You see what I'm saying? It's sick. And we spend all this money creating these goddamn rolls in our head. I go out of state, in a state where I can, carry this. This is in a bag because I'm like, hey man, some shit pop off. I want to have as much rounds as possible, to defend myself or whoever with me. 9 times out of 10, that shit ain't happening. But I got it because I want it. You feel me? And ain't nothing wrong with getting this shit if you want it. Just don't let nobody tell you you need it. You don't need none of this shit. You don't need no PCC. You don't need AR-15 in the truck. You don't need an AK in the truck. Is it great to have? You bet your ass it's great to have in case you do need it. But if you got a handgun, bro, one handgun, you're okay. I promise you. You will be okay. But for me personally, this is my 4 firearms that is literally always in rotation, no matter what. And if I had to get rid of everything, like absolutely everything, and keep 4 guns, and this might sound crazy to some people, yeah, it'll be these the ones I'm keeping. Now, of course, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to throw away the 19. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I could throw away the 19. I might have to swap out this for this, but this MOS. You see where I'm going. Oh, this MOS. Well, this has this Glock, and you see where I'm going, man. We get to going with these rolls and little small little features and shit, and we start making decisions based on the smallest features. Fuck all of that. If I had 4 guns that I could keep, it'd be these 4, and if I couldn't buy any more. And people be like, well, damn, now you ain't got no shotgun or AR. I'll be perfectly fine. I'll be perfectly fine. But I feel like I can conceal this like hell in a bag. Very concealable. All right. I want, a little more. I want to pack a little more punch than this. My clothes are slightly bigger. Boom. I can wear that. Boom. My clothes are extremely tight. Boom. These two can go hand in hand. I basically can wear the same type of clothing with both. But as you can see, this is a lot more bulkier than the 43X, so I can get away with a lot more in this. Moral of the story, buy what the hell you want. Don't let nobody tell you you need anything. But some of the things that I do put on my channel, I put it out there because they are items that are great to have. And if you are getting into this field and you don't know what exactly you want to get, but you know you need some shit, I show it on the channel. You feel me? So um one thing I would say, if you are serious about firearms and if you are serious about training and getting better with your firearms, I would recommend getting this, okay? A simple range belt. You can call it a battle belt. You can call it whatever the hell you want. I would recommend getting one of these because it's just going to allow you to have a better experience at the range while training, because you have multiple magazines at your disposal. You have medical in case you do get injured out there. You could fall, get impaled with something. You just never know. A tourniquet could save your life from the simplest shit. It ain't always got to be about somebody shooting your ass. You got a good holster with nice retention that can protect your firearm. And you got all these other accessories to, use at your disposal. So, with that being said, yes, this is something I feel like everybody that owns a gun, I ain't saying you should have it, but it would be very handy, versus all that other stuff I was talking about. Because y'all don't understand how much stuff I got in here, bro. Like, I've purchased, no bullshit, I got 15 guns right now in my possession. But I've purchased a total of like 17, 18 guns in the past like 5 years. And that might, to some people that's light, but to a regular motherfucker, they're like, nigga, you bought 18 guns in 5 years? Like, what are you doing? Hey, it's my hobby. I like it. You feel me? And that's the thing, like, for me, having all those guns isn't and this is where I'm getting back to my gun addict talk, and stepping out of reality. To me, having all those firearms, I like it on the basis of I get to choose what I want to carry. I get to choose what I want to shoot and things of that nature. But I do understand the reality of it, that you don't need all of those things. It's just a hobby for me. It's no different than a guy that's into cars and he got 5 cars. You can't drive all 5 cars at once, but he likes to change out his cars every other day. You know what I'm saying? He got a car he like to travel in. He got a car he like to go to the gym in. He got a car just for the weekend, a car that's a daily driver. You feel me? Same thing with firearms. People do the same thing. So it's basically, it's up to you. You don't need the big 3. You don't need the big 2. All you need is one. You need one firearm to defend yourself with. If you want the big 3, get the big 3. Okay? If you feel like you personally need one, AR-15 shotgun, handgun, do it. If you feel like you need 20 guns, hey, get your 20 guns. That's your life. But don't blow your money because of YouTubers saying that you need all of this shit. You don't. I promise you, you don't. Because I ain't had to shoot nobody yet. And if I did have to defend my life, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be with a handgun that's on my body and not me going to the safe and pulling out my AR-15. Because I ain't gonna lie, somebody were to come in my house, they're very fucking stupid. And I'm gonna keep it like that. They're very fucking stupid. I would hope they don't do that. For their life, I would hope that never happens. Yeah, because I don't want to have to do that. But goddamn, that's gonna be a bad day for them. So yeah, buy what you want, man. Have fun with your toys, and you know what I'm saying, and do your thing. But hey, I haven't had a rant this long in a minute, so some of y'all probably gonna enjoy it. I might have been, covering the same topics multiple times, but hey, it is what it is, bro. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. If you want to comment some bullshit, comment some bullshit. I'm gonna let y'all have at it in the comments. I ain't arguing with nobody on this topic because it's very subjective. It's very touchy. Some people gonna get in their feelings about it. Others is gonna face reality and understand that, yes, you too are a gun addict. I am a gun addict. I have a real problem because I just bought this AK. Like, I just bought this AK, and I bullshit you not, I'm already looking at another AR. I bullshit you not. Like, I'm literally looking at another AR right now, and I'm probably gonna end up getting it. Like, because I'm a gun addict. This shit's sick. Well, we need rehab for this shit, man. It's like, bro, dude, that shit's like an itch you can't scratch, bro. It's like you get a new gun, and you get that you get that high from that new gun, and it lasts for a while when it's like your first gun or your first 2 or 3 guns. But when you get 15, 16 guns deep, uh, like myself, and you get a new gun and you throw what you want to throw in there, you like, okay, what the fuck is next? Like, I need this, I need that feeling again, that new feeling, that new gun feeling. And it's an itch you cannot scratch. And I don't think I want to sell anything. As of right now, I don't want to sell anything. I'm gonna keep what I have. Because I do like to look at my collection. Yeah, I shoot what I shoot, but I'm a collector. If you want to put me in a category of firearm people, I'm a collector. Do I got the highest quality collection? Hell no, I ain't trying to either. You know what I'm saying? But I just buy what I like. And yeah, I collect those things. And then I have my firearms that I actually shoot. And you know, the collector items, like my KSG, that shit sit in the safe. I ain't gonna lie. I bought that gun because that was my favorite shotgun on Black Ops 2. That's the only reason I even own that shotgun. And I did think it was gonna be a good CQB option, home defense. But other than that, I bought that gun because it's nostalgic. Black Ops 2. I bought the CZ Scorpion because it was nostalgic from Black Ops 2. And when PSA dropped that MP7 clone, I'm gonna buy it because it's nostalgic, not because I need it. You feel me? So once again, and I'm gonna end the video here. Buy what you want because you want it. Don't buy some shit because they just dropped a new video saying this is the best, whatever. We got this new feature. We got this. Bro, if you do that, you're never gonna be satisfied with what you have. You'll never be satisfied with the guns that you have. Me personally, I will never be satisfied with the guns that I have because I am a collector at heart. I like to have a bunch of guns just because I like to. I like to have a lot of gear just because I used to do that shit when I was a kid with the Nerf stuff and airsoft stuff, the tactical gear stuff. You don't need it. You just want it. Most of us. But get what you need. If you feel like you need something, get what you need. And buy your wants. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just don't go too crazy. You feel me? If it's fucking up your bank account, you're wrong. Like if you blowing too much money and you going in a negative and you a credit card debt and shit like that, you wrong as fuck. Don't do that. It's not financially responsible. I ain't never doing that shit. All right, everything, even all 15 guns that I got, my money is good. You feel me? You know, I'm very responsible when it comes to that. I'm not going broke because I feel like I need a gun. But that's enough talk, bro. This video probably damn near 40 minutes long. Maybe 30. I don't know. But hey, man, if you like the video, like it. Make sure you comment, man. Get active in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, bro. Like I always say, man, y'all stay strapped, stay blessed. I'm going to see you in the next video, bro. Peace.